Okay, so here's my M7060 tractor. I've been waiting a couple days for the snow to melt, and I built a fire so that I could stay warm while I'm doing this job because it is December. And so the service manual says you got to take off the rear tire in order to get the fuel tank out. So since that's a big pain in the ass to try and do that, even though I did buy the socket, it's right there, 35 millimeter. What I would say is let's try undo the straps. Now I loosened the bolts in the back. I'm taking this one off, right? I took this piece off here. I'm loosening this one right here. I can't really get a good grip on the sensor. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and drop this strap right here, get it out of the way. I loosened the bolts on the strap back here and here to almost the end of the thread so that I can get some wiggle room. I'm gonna see if I can't move this thing on a kitty corner, try and wiggle it out through the front. And once I get access to it, maybe I can I undo that sensor. Now, it looks like there might be something there. I don't know if it's just up there rigid. We'll see when we get closer to it. Okay, so I took the strap out, and this piece does not appear to be, that cone doesn't appear to be bolted in. And with this lower, I have better access to take the fuel sensor clip off. These are 14 millimeter, as are the other strap bolts. So I've been using this this ratchet here. Where'd I get this? No, it's a DeWalt. Okay, so yeah, these ratchet straps, these ratcheting wrenches help a lot. So we're gonna try and caddy corner that sucker out, and we'll see how it goes. What I did here is I used two of these Phillips screwdrivers, one to press down on the tab, the other one to press the clip out, and it just popped. So I'm good there, and now I can wiggle the fuel tank without having to worry about pulling on that electrical connection. From the fact that the hoses, the fuel lines, are connected in the back, we've got this bolt right here, which looks like it's holding the tank in. So I'm gonna undo this, see if we can't get those, those fuel lines more accessible, get them cleaned up so I can pull this tank. It looks like it's gonna come right out of here. Looks like there's plenty of room to slide this out without having to take that tire off. Those straps look like, yeah, okay, it's holding the tank, but I don't think it's rigid enough to keep it from sliding. So I'm guessing that's 14 millimeter. We'll know in a moment. It strikes me though that either this one or that one or this one has to be connected to some kind of a dipstick at the bottom, a siphon tube, so that we can siphon fuel out. I don't know, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna take those off and see if we can't pull this tank out. Sure enough, I released that back one right there, and the one that goes on here. The tank even dropped a little further, so there must have been some tension on those lines. I think my tank should pull out now. We're gonna find out. These are the pickup lines that feed from the bottom of the tank. They do attach. There are the clips. So we're gonna take those off, and we should be able to remove the tank because it's pretty much loose now. One thing I am liking about having the carpet and then a blanket to lay on, it not only insulates me from the ground, but when all this dirt and crap comes off, I can just pull this out and shake it off. And then throw it back, and I've got a clean surface to work on. Now, as you can see, I got the fuel tank out, tire's still on. Now we can take off the filler tube, take a peek inside and see what the hell's going on inside there. It'll be interesting. And we got these lines freed up. I shoot air through those lines now and make sure they're clear. The one dripped a little bit of diesel fuel. So yeah, we're gonna blow some air through those, and we're gonna see where the clog is. Hopefully the tank doesn't have anything in it. Now, I can't guarantee that. I don't know that for sure, but we're gonna find out. I'll be able to pull the fuel sensor out, be able to pull the filler neck off, take a look inside and see what's going on. Okay, I'm pulling the fuel sending unit. It is a 5/16. Probably can't read that on the socket. Trust me, it is. It's 5/16. Okay, good news is fuel sending unit doesn't have any corrosion on it. It looks like it's in really good shape, almost like it did when it was brand new. Okay, not bad. I got 500 hours on this, but this tractor's 10 years old. It still looks like it's in great shape. The rubber seal's in good shape. So there's that. Okay, yeah, there's some shit in my tank. I cleaned this out, and let's see. I'm gonna pour this into something else so we can see exactly how much crap was in here. Now, granted, I poured some of this on the ground already. Poured some of this out already. Look at the color. That's just dingy. So, yeah. That was in my tank. So we're going to do this a couple times with some diesel fuel and get this crap out of here, and then we'll blow the lines out, and we should be in much better shape. How's that? Yeah, that is some serious gunk. Okay, so you might wonder how you can see inside this tank. I'm gonna tell you what I did to try and make this a little easier. I used one of these. It comes from the Harbor Freight Tool lights for the solar panels, and it fits in here really nice in the filler neck. And so if you flip the switch on, you can actually see, I don't know how well you can see in there, but it does light up. And so you can swish it around and see if there's any contamination in there. You can get a good look in there. It's easier, it's hard to do with the camera, but it does cast a lot of light, and if you throw a blanket over the top of your head, you can get a good view in there. And I am confident now there's nothing in there that's gonna block these lines. So now it's time to move throughout the system, blow out the lines, and move forward. Okay, so I just pulled the line off of the water separator. You can't make this shit up. Where is it? Look at that, there's a piece of grass in there. Right? See if I can reach around and grab that and see what it is. Can't even see where I'm going. There it is. Okay, so let's see what else is in that line. In a minute, we're gonna get the air hose on it. I already stuck the other end in a bucket, so we'll see what pops out of there. So I was getting ready to put the air hose on it, and this big glob of crap fell out of the hose. So I'm curious what else is in there. I'm gonna blow through that and see what'll come out in the filter, but that could be my culprit. That could be what has been holding me up. So I don't have a whole lot of air pressure. I'm gonna see if anything came out the other end. See how much crap was actually in that line. A couple little specks, but nothing serious. Let's try again, once we get a little more air pressure. I thought that this filter didn't look that dirty. You know, I looked inside it and it looked like, okay, yeah, it's dirty. And then I started hitting it on the side of the bucket, and it did that. I looked down inside this one. Yeah, it's filthy. So water separator is also pretty fucking nasty. Okay, so I'm embarrassed. I'll clean this up. That could have been a big part of my problem. So I just pulled the water separator housing, and if you can see in there, there's a bunch of debris inside this orifice too. So yeah, I think this was the problem. And I've seen this on other videos where people have said they've got crap in here, and I probably could have saved myself digging through my fuel tank, but it's a peace of mind thing, and now I know. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to put this back together, and it's going to run once I get this cleaned out, because there's a bunch of garbage in there. All right, and this came out with this bolt right here, this one, this. Okay, this came out with this bolt right here. It just popped right off, no big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bolt back on, run a little air through that line, and blow that crap out. Now, on the left-hand side, you have the inlet, and on the right-hand side, you have the outlet. It wasn't until I applied air on the outlet with the bowl on and full of diesel and blew out the inlet and all the trash that was in there, that I was actually able to get the stalling to stop. So it started running smooth after I did that. I would consider this an essential step. I would definitely not skip over it. Okay, for reassembly, this back canister hose is easiest to get reattached. If you come around the back, take it off the fitting here, work the hose down until you can get it in place. Then you can always work the hose back up once you get the tank in place. So just learned that. Hope that helps. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, I hope you give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.